Okay.
We're looking at the week in review.
Yes.
Of course, coming up from what happened last night in terms of the passing of the finance bill, which then very quickly would become the Finance Act before the 1st of July. What's your take on how the week went?
I generally think the week was brilliant, nice, and I'm happy actually the finance bill went through, because in 2024, 2025, they had the same scenario, but at least by then there was something to talk about. Now, the people who were actually propagating for any change did not even have an idea. They looked like duldos in Parliament. I'm sorry to say, most of what they were saying was not practical, and they did not bring out something that was a vibe for the electorate in the country. Basically, what they were doing was trying to cloud chase. Being a near next to election, they were trying also to whip the emotions, which unfortunately didn't work. And I'm really happy because Kenyans are also awoke. Because again, it was the 30 people who were from that other party that was created the other day. And their kind of thinking is what is messing this country, because
30 people from one party that voted in Parliament yesterday?
No, a grouping, not basically. We have two groupings. We have the Linda Mwananchi and the Munyororo thing. So basically, it was just a communication of the two. What are we calling them now? The opposition, the acting opposition as per se.
These are the ones who voted against the finance bill in Parliament yesterday, according to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were some of the issues that come out to play?
Some of the issues, like
allow me to finish the question. That come out to play that could have been representation issues for which members of Parliament said maybe you can't do this for Kenyans or not. What are some of those?
I think majorly the biggest problem was actually, from what I saw, from what Kenyans saw, 90% of them didn't even read the bill, because when asked by the majority leader, Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah, on some of the clauses they were saying that were there, actually somebody asked for some specs, and I say, I love your specs, they're nice.
Thank you.
So basically, somebody asked, and the Speaker of the day actually told him, I'll give you my specs. So what they're trying to propagate, what I just had my brother here talk about the Mitumba levy and the Mitumba taxes. From what I had John Buddy, the CS for finance, say, it was a long shot in terms of making the any levies or taxes to be paid at the source, not come and do double taxation or put on more levies when the product is in the country. So I do not see where they were fighting for any mwananchi, because they have not brought out anything of concern to the electorate as per se.
Gikwa, there is a concern. Let's just follow up on the processes that went into the passing of the bill.
Yes.
If you look at the time when the budget statement was read in Parliament, the first reading and second reading, even as members of Parliament were giving their submissions before the House, there is a feeling that the Speaker at the time and members who were in the House did not give time for members to prosecute their agenda, because there was a lot of interference from those who were supporting the bill. That even the decision that was made, that was on Wednesday, to push to Thursday for finally the Committee of the Whole House, where members would have an opportunity to go through clause by clause, there was a lot of interference that would see members of Parliament not able to prosecute their matters on the floor of the House. What would be your response to that, and why do you think members supporting the bill were making it difficult to those who had issues or were pushing for amendments to do their job?
Like I said, again, I'll repeat myself a bit, and as I answer your question, what was happening in the House of Parliament is basically what is supposed to happen. There was a majority who were trying to push out something. There was a minority who were trying to have their say in one or the other. But as they were trying to do that, we are trying to fight something that has been a big problem in this country, is miscommunication and distortion of facts, which, unless anybody who genuinely had a good issue that would have been discussed, debated, and amended, none of them came up and I would say none of them came up with anything substantial for the common mwananchi. What they were doing was, it was more of a heckling match from this guy to this guy and this guy to this guy. So basically what I'm trying to put across is it was wrong, and I saw the majority leader of the Republic of Kenya in the parliament, Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah, state we cannot use this house as a house of propaganda, a house of misrepresentation in terms of facts that are not verified to some of the people who are actually propagating on the same, who are actually shouting and not making any sense in terms of what they were putting across. So basically, it was just a lot of hula baloo from people who wanted to cloud chase, because if you remember what happened in 2024, it was a really disgusting scenario in terms of we lost a lot of lives because some of the communication that was done, some of the communication was right, some was not wrong. People who had the idea that we needed to also talk. We need to talk as a country. We also need to understand some things as a country. But when we have people propagating for their own interests, then now we are not going anywhere.
Yep.